Hi, welcome to the kitchen here at 95A. I'm Chef Paolo, and you've got your Valentine's Day meal in front of you. And as promised, I've got a little simple video for you here to make this really easy and impress your partner. So, just want to get going. The first thing you want to do is get everything out of the bag and get your lids and get all your ingredients. They've all been labeled so you know exactly what they are. So I've got them all laid out in front of me. You want to gather up a few tools. You're going to need a mixing bowl and a little bit of tongs, okay, for you to toss your salad in. You're going to need a few pans. I've got one of the pans, and this could also be a pot, is you're going to steam the lobster tail. Very simple. Now don't be intimidated by this. We're going to make it real easy for you. So I've got this pan with a little bit of lid and a few pans to heat some other various things. So once you've got everything opened up and in front of you, the first thing that we're going to start cooking is we have some baby vegetables, some really beautiful candy striped beets, baby turnips, baby carrots, some fingerling potatoes. So you've got this container in front of you right here, okay? When you open it up, there's going to be a couple, some extra herbs in there. So I have a couple little sprigs of rosemary and a little bit of mint. Just take those out, set them aside. Those are going to be garnished for you later. We're going to make this beautiful and where you're really going to impress your partner. Here, so I've got these vegetables. I've also put a little bit of fresh thyme, and these are fully cooked, but we're just going to roast them a little bit more so they get nice and hot. So you're going to take some of your blend oil that I put in there, and we're just going to get a little bit of oil on those, and we're going to season them with a little bit of kosher salt and some fresh cracked pepper. Okay, so we're going to toss those in our pan here. So you can just do it with your hands, or if you prefer tongs, get those tossed in there a little bit, or if you've got the skills as a chef, you can toss them just like that. So I've got a preheated 400-degree oven here, and we're going to get the roasted vegetables in the oven. These are just going to take a little bit of time to heat up, so we want to get those going. Let's pretend I just put those in the oven. Okay, so now that you've got your vegetables going, I'm going to have you sear off your beef tenderloin and steam your lobster tails. So both of these items can be cooked, and then we'll set them aside and keep them a little bit warm while we assemble the salad. Then you can sit down with your partner, enjoy the first course, and then we'll come back and plate the entree. So we've got two pans here. I'm going to get some heat going on underneath them. I'm going to take this little white cup, is a court bouillon, basically a seasoned broth that is going to help you steam the lobster tail. So you're just going to put that in one of the pans here for the lobster tail. Take a little bit more of your blend oil, and we're going to get this pan nice and hot for the beef tenderloin. And so here's your beef tenderloin. We are going to season this with a little bit of kosher salt and cracked black pepper as well. Season it on both sides. And you'll see I have a little string that I've tied around it, and this kind of helps form the medallions and keeps them a really consistent thickness, and they come out beautiful looking on the plate. So, all right, my court bouillon is already kind of simmering a little bit. So you're going to take your lobster tails. Now I've pulled the meat so they can make them really nice and pretty, so that meat's laying right on top of the shell. Okay, again, everything gets seasoned. Little bit of salt, black pepper. You've got a little bit of parsley, which just kind of adds to that bright, fresh flavor. And you're just going to take these, pull them out of the thing, and you're just going to put them right in the pan. Okay. Now you could use a little pot, whatever can fit these two. I've got a pan with a little lid on it, and I'm just going to cover that up. What it's going to do is we're just going to steam those. Those are going to take maybe 5 to 6 minutes, and I'll show you how to figure out when they're ready. So we've got my hot saute pan, a little oil in it here. We're just going to start searing our beef tenderloin medallions. Oh yeah. All right, it's nice and hot. You want it to be real hot when it gets in there, almost to the point where it's smoking. But now you can turn it down a little bit, back it off to a 6 or a little lower maybe if you're on an electric range, or just turn that heat down a little bit so we get a nice, even golden brown. We're gonna sear those on both sides, and depends how you would like your beef cooked. I want to show you guys a little trick today. So if you're not used to cooking beef, don't worry. I'm going to show you the little fist trick. So you've got your fist here, right? This little spot on your fist. When you make a full fist like this, feel this little spot on your hand. That is going to be well done. Now start popping your fingers out. See how that loosens up? When you pull one finger out, you've got medium well. 2 fingers, feel that, that's gonna be medium. 1 more finger, medium rare, and finally an open hand, and that's rare. So judge that. Now these are pretty, nice little 4-ounce medallions. They're not gonna take that long to cook. You can see I've already got a nice golden brown on them. So we're just gonna flip them over, continue to sear them on the other side, and then we'll bring them up to temp. Now for me, for a medium rare, I'm probably gonna do another 3 to 4 minutes and set them aside. Now let's take a look. Oh yeah, look at those beautiful lobster tails. So they're cooking pretty quick. Now you've got, I'd say another minute or two. Kind of like cooking a shrimp. You want all that opaqueness wants to be gone, but I'm actually just gonna take these, turn the heat, and set them aside. Now you definitely don't want to overcook the lobster tail, but it's really simple. So I just had them steaming for about 2 or 3 minutes, set them aside, and they're good to go. Now, I'm gonna do the same thing here with our tenderloin. We're just gonna set it aside, get it off the heat. You could even take them out and let them rest on a plate a little bit. You can always come back to it and finish them in the oven for a minute just before you are ready to eat. So, all right, well, let's move on to our salad. So very simple. We're gonna show you some nice ways to plate. So I've got some nice baby greens here. We're just gonna put in the bowl here. I've got some beautiful yellow teardrop tomatoes. We're gonna toss those in there. Our pork poached baby pears, get those in there. And now we have a passion fruit vinaigrette. Of course, I love using passion fruit for Valentine's Day. It's just everything you try to do, you want it to be sexy. So we're just gonna put a little bit of dressing on there. Now, I've given you a little extra dressing in case you want, but I like to dress my salads pretty lightly. So we're just gonna toss that around, get it nice and evenly coated with your tongs, and we'll show you how to get this on the plate. Now, I've got a few other ingredients, and we're just gonna garnish it and show you how that works. So, I've got a few plates here, right? So what I do is I'll pull the lettuce out first and kind of leave those other items in the bottom of the bowl because I want to be able to see them. And this is it's all about some presentation, right? So there we go. So we got the greens out there. I'm gonna pull from the bottom of the bowl. Now we've got our teardrop tomatoes and pears, and we're just gonna kind of sprinkle these around here. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. She or he, whoever your partner is gonna love this. They're gonna be very impressed. Now, you can watch this video ahead of time and impress them, or you can watch it as you cook. So we've got a few fresh raspberries here. Just kind of sprinkle those around. You want that nice red color. Beautiful. All right. So then your burrata cheese, delicious. So I left the burrata cheese in this little bit of liquid and did not cut it for you. So you're gonna pour off that liquid. It's the only cutting you're gonna have to do in this entire thing, but I wanted to leave this hole for you so it maintained. So you're gonna cut it in half, and then cut each half in half, and you can garnish your salad with this beautiful burrata cheese. Now, burrata cheese is great on its own. I like to always just give it a tiny touch of kosher salt and cracked black pepper. So beautiful. All right, so we have a salad. Now you can take a break. You've got your lobster tails and your tenderloin that you've set aside. You've got your roasted vegetables and potatoes in the oven for the entree. And what I like to do sometimes too is just drizzle a tiny bit more dressing. Just get a little bit of that extra passion fruit flavor. So you can set aside, go eat your salad, come back, and we will plate the entree. So we're back. I've got a couple plates. You're ready to plate your entree. Your roasted vegetables are coming out of the oven. Okay, so we're gonna start with these and put them down. So a couple things. You have a couple little sauces for I have some drawn butter, which is basically clarified melted butter that you can dip that lobster in. Now, you can just warm this, really melt it in the microwave. I'm going to put it in a little pan here. And then I've also got your red wine sauce, which I'm going to do the same too. So we're just going to warm the sauce. Really only takes a second, and you could do this in the microwave as well. So, all right, so we've got our roasted vegetables, and we're just going to arrange them on the plate. I've got some yellow baby carrots, some orange, some purple, a couple of these beautiful little candy striped beets and baby turnips. Our potatoes, I've got the fingerling, the little purple potatoes and red potatoes, just so much beautiful color on this plate. All right, so we're gonna get this stuff on the plate. Beautiful. Nice and fresh with that roasted thyme. Really complements the lobster well. Okay, so once you've got that down, like I've got my butter, my clarified butter is just about melted, and I'm just gonna have a little dish where we're gonna put it on the table between the two of you, so you can both dip, cut off little bites of your lobster and dip it in the butter if you like. So I'm just gonna put this in my little dish. Looks like I got a little bits of parsley in there, which will be good as well. So, and that quick. Right, this red wine sauce, red wine demi-glaze is beautiful. It's really good to go. You just need to warm it up just a touch, okay? So we're gonna take our beef tenderloin medallions, and I'm gonna put these on the plate first. Oh, now, what I do is go ahead, before I put it on the plate, you can use a pair of scissors. I've got a knife here, and I'm just cutting off this little bit of string. We don't want to eat string now, do we? All right, so you're gonna put your beef medallions down. You're gonna go ahead and turn this sauce off. We really don't want to reduce it any more than it is. You're gonna take your lobster tail and just set it. I kind of balance it up on the roasted vegetables a little bit. Okay, you got that right there. Now I'm gonna grab a spoon really quick. I don't see a spoon. All right, so you've got your sauce. You can spoon a little bit or just pour a little bit right on that beef tenderloin. I've also got a couple little lemon wedges in here for you if you like to squeeze a little lemon onto your lobster tail. And beautiful, look at this. So we've got this beautiful plate. With the lobster tail, your tenderloin, a little bit of lemon, beautiful roasted vegetables, and you have an amazing meal. So you're gonna go eat these. And now, the finale, right at the end here, we are going to get you guys a little dessert. So once you've eaten, you're probably pretty full. You can take a break. I've got this beautiful, cute little mason jar with our white chocolate mousse. It's got some port wine soaked cherries, and it's just big enough for you guys to share. I've also got our chocolate dipped strawberries, and you can just arrange these. You guys can feed them to yourself. Just arrange them on a little plate. Take your time. And you've got a beautiful little sexy chocolate dessert. And there you go. A couple spoons to share it. Serve this with a nice glass of wine. Hopefully you've ordered one of our gift baskets that Megan put together. They're just amazing. And have a few wine and really enjoy yourself. So thanks for cooking with me. I hope this was really simple. You can always rewind. You can watch it ahead of time to see what you're doing. But really enjoy your beautiful evening. And we'll see you soon at 95A. You guys have a great day.